Yo, what is going on, man? We are back for another episode. This is episode number 10 of week 7 of the Steagles podcast, and we're excited, man. Like, football's on. Obviously, we're 7 weeks in our 10th episode, which I'm very proud of. 10 episodes is a long accomplishment for, two guys who didn't even know what they were doing half the time. We just wanted to start recording and making content for you guys and for ourselves. But yes, man, the Steagles podcast, we're here. We got a couple topics we want to talk about. Obviously, the Eagles lost to the Jets. We got the Niners losing to the Browns. The two undefeated teams are not undefeated anymore. We got the Cowboys beating the Chargers. We got the Patriots losing the Raiders. We're going to speak about the Patriots going forward for the rest of the season, just so that we can let you guys know how they're doing. For our favorite fan, Kev, number one fan, we appreciate the support, brother. We love you. And then obviously we're going to be talking about the games going next week. The Steelers did not have a game this week; they had a bye, so you had a chance to relax, not stress out, scream at the TV, whatever it is you do.
Right.
You didn't have to do it.
We didn't lose.
Correct.
We didn't lose. We didn't play bad.
Hey,
for the first time.
You didn't lose
for the first time,
but you didn't win either. You know who did win? The Ravens won. So they went up one.
It's okay. I expect the Ravens to, be in the
conversation.
In the conversation at the end. So it's all good.
Well,
part of it.
We got a lot to talk about. So as you can see, we're ready to get into it. You guys know what time it is. This is the Steagles podcast where we talk
all Steelers,
all Eagles, all NFL. Let's go. All right, man. So to start off here, obviously we're going to talk about the Eagles losing to the Jets 20-14. It was the game was really 14-12. And
really,
before Jalen threw that last interception, and he ran it back damn near to the touchdown. So I understand why we just let them score, because we wanted to get the ball back with enough time. And we were so confident that we were going to score after getting the ball back.
Did the Jets knew that they were trying to score? What do you think? Did the defense knew that they were trying to
that we were gonna let them score?
Right.
I don't think they knew.
Okay.
Because they ran pretty hard and we weren't even trying. But some people are criticizing that decision to let them score right away. They thought we should have maybe played good defense, make them kick a field goal,
right,
and then get the ball back with like 45.
Less points.
Less points, and we would have less time. So we traded letting them get more points so that we can have more time to operate and go down there and score. Because, I mean, what are the odds if we go back down and score, we're up 21-20, Zach Wilson's not coming back with 10 seconds left, no timeouts. He's not coming down the field. I mean, a miracle could happen, but we didn't think that was going to happen. So, again, I'm defending the play calling. A lot of people are criticizing it, which is understandable because, we got a new offensive coordinator, and we still getting used to it, man. This is not Shane Steichen, and it's pretty obvious. I got to say, Jalen Hurts had 3 interceptions.
There you go. That's what I was going to say.
That's why we lost.
That's like Dak.
You know what's crazy, though? Even with him throwing 3 interceptions and DeAndre Swift having a 1 fumble, that's 4 turnovers. If we just take one of those turnovers away, we still win this game.
Right.
That's scary, right, to think about, which is I'm looking in the good and the bad, basically. That's how I'm looking at it. Because how else can I look at it right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's game 6 for us. It's going to be a long season. I seen our defense play very well, so I cannot sit here and bash my team because Jalen had one bad game, and let's be honest. When last time he had a bad game was a long time ago, and he's only lost 2 games in 24 starts.
Right.
So come on, guys.
Solid.
It's not time to panic. It's not time to hit that panic button. Not at all. But I did get some pretty interesting comments on my Facebook page, personal Facebook page, by multiple friends of mine and acquaintances, and I just want to bring a couple of them up because I thought a couple of them made sense. Let me start off from the top. Frank said they look like crap. Hurts tried too hard. I agree. I feel like Hurts was trying too hard, but I feel like he was trying too hard for this certain game plan that they had. I feel like if we would have just kept running the ball, we would eventually broke through. They did have good run defense on us, so it's not like we were running all over them. But then again, we didn't run that much, and I feel like DeAndre Swift should have 15 carries or more every game.
It was not balanced. That's what happened.
No, he threw the ball 39 times, I think, or something like that.
And when you make the game one-dimensional, even if you are a great team, you're gonna, you're not gonna. It's not gonna end up well.
No.
So once they abandoned the running game, that was like,
it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So for me, again, that was a bad thing for us. We didn't run the ball like we wanted to, and we kept trying to force the game plan, which I understand is what we practiced for all week. But I don't know, man. Sometimes we got to be able to adjust on the fly. My man Bobby here said, bro, they were terrible. The defense did their part, but the offense looked absolutely atrocious. 2 of the picks you can make a case weren't Hurts' fault, but the last one definitely cost us the game. He's got to see the double coverage there. That's the worst I've seen the O-line in a long time. We play like this next week, and we're going to get smoked. That is 100% correct. Now, what I want to say is about the 2 picks, I don't care if they were his fault or not. He has to just take accountability for them because at the end of the day, he's a quarterback. Whether the ball went right through AJ's hands, which was the case last year, and got intercepted, or if it bounced off Goddard, like just, man, at the end of the day, I'm not all about the excuses.
Do you think he's gonna have a 3 interception game?
No.
You think he's gonna look like that?
I don't think he's gonna look this bad for the rest of the season. He might have another bad game, but it's not gonna be this bad.
I told you that I was expecting for them to dominate throughout the season.
Yeah.
Last week I said that, and the reason I said because of they're talented, coaching, a lot of things. But it was a disappointing performance.
It was.
Overall, it was a disappointing performance, starting with the quarterback.
Yeah.
And so 3 interceptions, unacceptable.
Yeah.
If you clean that up, it's a different game.
It is. Like I said, one less of those turnovers, and we win this game. In my opinion.
But what about the Jets though? What do you think about the Jets? Because
the Jets are solid.
They didn't look intimidated. They looked like they were not scared, and they looked like they were expecting to win that game.
Well, this is what happens when you're playing with house money.
That's how you're supposed to win. That's how you're supposed to play. But they look like they were confident.
When you play with house money, you don't
Wilson.
care. Yeah, when you play with house money, it doesn't matter. Like at that point, it's like, all right, we're out here. We're just gonna do the best we got and do what we can do and have fun because the expectations aren't crazy because Aaron Rodgers ain't there. So
right.
Nobody's expecting them. Yeah, now they're 3-3. Now people are going to start expecting them to at least stay 500. Stay above the water and hopefully get in as a wild card. Maybe give Aaron Rodgers a chance if he comes back late in the season to, have to win 3-4 games and get a Super Bowl. I don't know. That I was hearing that, which is crazy for him to come back that fast, but apparently he's healing pretty well.
Money and Illuminati stuff and
But as far as the Illuminati, as far as the Jets, the defense,
it's really the mushrooms or something like.
It's got whatever he does.
He takes some crazy stuff.
He does the tea, the tea, whatever that.
If it works for you, do your thing. But yeah, if he comes back, that will be incredible though.
Yeah.
So
well, and
anything is possible. Anything is possible.
And Aaron Rodgers with that defense, going back to my point, that defense is is a good defense, man. I don't care what anybody says. That front four can definitely get out behind to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we're down 2 linemen, our right guard and right tackle are both out for that game, that hurts big time. We don't that experience, those big bodies that we used to have there that protect Jalen. They're not there right now. So
the only thing I'm gonna say is, so the Jets, they respect because we talk some trash about them, but they responded. They took care of business. You gotta admit it. And then they were down to 2 cornerbacks, right? 2 cornerbacks were out.
The Jets,
the Jets, right?
Yeah.
And they still were able to win that game. And Wilson has been playing better. At the beginning, it was like it looked really bad, but he's doing better. And after the Chiefs game, right? He's been.
I'll be honest. All the games they played, other than the Cowboys game, all have been decided by 1 score, and they either won it or lost it. Other than the Cowboys game where they lost by like 20 points, I think. But
look at this, huh? Good for them. Good for them.
So again,
they still made something out of the season for now. But you know how things are.
They're a solid team. If you put Jalen Hurts on the Jets right now, they would probably be undefeated or 5-1 right now. I would say because they're a really good team and they have weapons.
That's how you're thinking.
Yeah. That was just random thought. I got another comment here by my man Devin, who's going to join us later on the podcast. He said, "Fact, it's 1 game. We're 5-1. I feel like we had to get that out of our system. We have the number 1 offense coming to Philly this week. We needed to have that loss for a good momentum for these next few weeks. I think it's a good reality check. I think that helps." I want one more comment on the Eagles here by a close friend, Michael Sanchez. He said, "Oh my God, we are 5-1. Is it time to fire everyone and rebuild? Maybe we should call Wentz since there's no other teams which would pick him up. Or maybe Old Faith Foles. Maybe we should have Mariota start." Aaron's famous words: "Relax." Right? It's not that serious, guys. We're 5-1. We're not 2-5. I remember Jalen Hurts' first year started as a starter. They went 2-5 in the first.
Y'all
7 games.
Steelers.
Yeah.
Like
So
you guys can have some confidence that things are gonna work out. You're
Correct.
still top 3 teams in the league right now. So top 2 records. So you know what I'm saying. No reason to be worried about.
No reason at all. And with that being said, I think I'll wrap up on the Eagles there. We're gonna do our Eagles prediction for next game once we get Devin on the podcast. But again, my takeaway was, I don't want to say it was a trap game because I wouldn't say that the Jets defense would have been anything of trapping. Like they're definitely the real deal. You know,
They
in
are
my
solid.
opinion.
Yep.
They've made every quarterback this that they face so far struggle to some degree, and I'm talking about
I don't know about
MVPs,
embarrassed,
potential
like
MVP.
the coach said. The
Now, I
coach
don't
said
know.
that they embarrassed, but they,
I wouldn't say embarrassed, but he definitely made them struggle.
Starting with Dak, he had a pretty decent game, a pretty good game against
Dak
them.
was the only one.
But if you don't win, you know what I'm saying? Like your defense, your quarterback, your defense gets the L, your quarterback gets the L, everybody gets the L. So you cannot be proud of just quote unquote embarrassing somebody if you are taking L. Like that's kind of weird for him to say that, but I understand what he's saying.
Yeah, and talking about taking L's, guess who else took a L right before the Eagles game started? The 49ers.
The other undefeated team.
The 49ers lose to the Browns 19-17.
They fumbled
They
that
had a
bag,
chance
though.
to win this. All they had to do was kick the field goal. They kicked the field goal and missed. It was crazy, man. Like I couldn't believe it. Like my boy Anthony was like, he was on the last episode. We were all watching this game together at Buffalo Wild Wings, and he was like, oh he gonna miss it. And then I'm just like looking like yeah, all right, he's not gonna miss that. Next thing you know, he missed it.
Your kicker missed. Their kicker missed, right?
No, my kicker didn't miss. What are you talking about? What game is this?
He didn't miss a kick.
Oh,
this last game?
he did.
But
I'm
not,
sorry.
not to lose the game though. But you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't miss it.
I just put that behind me. I didn't want to keep thinking about that game. You keep bringing it up, bro.
My bad. But the thing is, like, he's a solid player.
Yeah.
He's a solid player.
It happens.
Come on, everybody. Tucker knows it happens. Imagine if it
Tucker,
happens to Tucker,
exactly.
who's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT, greatest kicker of all time.
Yeah, if it happens to him, but sometimes those field goals are more important and more critical than we think.
And we give credit for. But yeah, dude, the 49ers dropped to the Browns 19-17, so they fall 5-1. Eagles are 5-1. The Lions are 5-1. I think those are the only 3 5-1 teams on our side of the spectrum over here. I think on the other side we have standings. Here we go. I want to get the correct standings. So I think on the AFC, you got the Miami Dolphins 5-1. You got the Kansas City Chiefs 5-1, and that's it. There's no more 5-1 teams other than the Eagles, Detroit, and San Francisco, and then the 2 that I just mentioned from the AFC. So those are your 5-1 teams. I got a question, but I'm gonna wait until we get the fan on for me to ask this question. But all right, let's move on to the next game that I wanted to talk about. We had the Cowboys beat the Chargers 20-17. I am not convinced that the Cowboys are it, especially by this game. This wasn't a convincing win to me. This was like Justin Herbert just kept getting pressure. Michael Parsons played good on defense, and this is another game where Dallas defense wins the game for them. Because I don't think if Dallas defense has a bad game, this will be the outcome of this score will be different, and different team will be walking away with that dub. But that was my 2 cents on that game. You had anything to say about the Cowboys Chargers?
I mean, the Chargers are really disappointing. They were up at some point, I think. It's just like they can never put it all together.
Yeah.
High expectations for Herbert,
who just got paid.
Year.
Just got paid.
Every year is the same thing. So much talent. One of the wide receivers, Allen, right? I think he's pretty solid. Though.
Yeah.
He's always been solid, like top 10, top 5 type of player. So they have some weapons, running back too.
Oh yeah, Eckler, of course.
But they can never do anything important. You know what I'm saying? Like when it really matters, they have never done anything, and you cannot trust them.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's kind of like disappointing.
Yep, and just like I don't trust the Cowboys, even though they won by 3, that game totally did not persuade me in any fashion or way. So
I don't think that the Chargers are the team that you are gonna like really you can use to measure a good team.
Yeah,
it will be like playing the Steelers or something like that.
Agreed. All right, so this next game, obviously, we want to keep this team relevant. Patriots lose to the Raiders. Patriots lose to the Raiders. What happened there, bro? I admit I didn't watch that game, but I was not surprised at the score. I'll tell you that.
Everything's been happening for.
Let's see what Mac Jones stats was for this game.
For the Patriots,
because he's the next Tom Brady.
When they started having the defensive coordinator playing calling plays, and then the special teams coordinator doing defense and stuff like that.
You know what happened? You know what happened? I think one day they all came in, all the coaches came in, they put all their positions in a hat, and they said, all right, we're going to shake it. Whatever position you get, this is what you're going to do this year. I think that's what happened with that.
That's dumb. Trying too much.
Mac Jones, 24 for 33, 200 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns.
Bad. Oh, no touchdowns?
No, Zeke had a touchdown, and Stevenson had a touchdown. And that was it, bro. Again, a typical Mac Jones performance.
Definition of falling off. They fell off completely. All of them.
They're foo-foo.
All of them. So, I mean, it's still... I mean, we cannot keep saying that it's still early, though, but it's still early. But, yeah, you got to start thinking about next year. They're in that group that they got to think about next year. With the Broncos, who else? The Bears.
Yeah, there's Cardinals. Yeah, what was that list of teams that they were saying that was trash?
Oh my God, it's over.
I think that's it for interesting games we cared about to speak of that just happened. If you guys want us to, always be on your team because you watch the podcast, let us know. We'll definitely keep up and throw your team in there. We just picked the teams that obviously are teams and the games that we thought or the teams that we hate that we really want to see lose. We'll go ahead and talk about them.
Nothing about hate. That's him talking about hate and stuff.
Okay. We don't hate Joe Burrow hater over here. But so let's talk about next week's game before we get this. My friend Devin, a fan on the podcast, real quick. Steelers at Rams, 4:00 on Sunday. What's gonna go down, brother? What do you think is gonna go down on Sunday with the Steelers and the Rams?
Once again, I'm gonna pick the Steelers. Because I feel like as soon as we lose another game, it's over.
Yeah.
I don't see the effort and the confidence. I don't see a lot of things that I was hoping for at the beginning of the season. And they really got to show me that they can win games or beat good teams. So I consider them a mediocre team.
I think you guys will beat the Rams, and I think going forward. You guys will continue the trend of you win one, you lose one, you win one. You might win 2 and then lose another one. That's just going to be the name of the game for you guys this year, as it's been for the last damn near 15 years. You guys will have a 9-8
that
record.
Sucks. That's trash.
Somebody said here you guys will have a 9-8 record.
That sucks. That's
hey, I'd rather be average than ass.
No.
Like if you ask me, I'd rather be average than ass.
I'd rather quit. You cannot be average all the time because then that's why you do it. To be average?
No, but
that's what you do it?
You can at least say you hold your own ground. You go down swinging. You're not getting bullied. You're not getting, but sometimes you might think you guys are getting bullied, but no.
But okay, so basically you're surviving is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
You're getting beat up, but they're not, they're not like stumping you.
Yeah.
No, that's trash. That's like, that's for other teams, other franchises, other people though. Like there's no way do you want to keep being mediocre.
Yeah, I understand.
So
I understand that
honestly, and my point is, last week we won, right? But we played bad. The Ravens were just worse.
Yeah.
And the Ravens are, I think,
the Ravens beat themselves.
They're a better team. So a better team plays so bad that you lose to the Steelers. So you know what I'm saying? I cannot get anything from it.
I'll take that back. I wouldn't say the Ravens beat themselves. I'm gonna say TJ Watt beat the Ravens. Because dude, you seen how that game finished?
He can beat everybody. Like if you got two of him in the same team,
that wouldn't be fair.
It'll be over.
Yeah, that wouldn't be fair.
But the thing is, like, they're really not. You're not confident.
Yeah.
You're not confident on what they are going to bring any week. So anything can happen.
So what do you got? What do you got as far as your prediction for that game? Your score?
So the Rams, they've been playing solid. They got 2 great receivers, right? So I'm gonna say 24-21. 24-21. Steelers.
I can see that.
What do you have?
I might say 21-17 Steelers.
Okay. That's what's up.
21-17 Steelers. I think you guys find a way to walk out with a win. I think you guys have enough talent to win. I think play calling needs to be on point, and I think Kenny Pickett needs to do a lot of that, adjusting the plays at the line whenever he can, because obviously Matt Canada needs to get fired and is not doing a great job. So
now that you said that last game about the infamous touchdown,
yeah,
it was Pickett who changed the play. So he cannot even Canada cannot even get credit for that, and that's why when they show the reaction of the coaches, he was like he wasn't upset or not happy or confused or like
It looked like Pickett threw him under the bus with the
so
comment.
Fake. That's so hateful. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a bad look. So you don't want to be associated with that.
No.
And you don't want to have people like that around you.
Correct.
Because, you know, that so just that, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm so like you know, pessimist about this. You know what I'm saying? I'm most of the times I'm gonna be real or I'm gonna be positive. But you cannot be positive when you know you have something that sucks.
Yeah.
And you're not doing anything about it.
No,
so
I agree.
That any week that can come back and hunt you. And it will happen.
Yeah.
So until we change that, and I know my old coach David Silver, he agreed if you don't change that, you know, we're not gonna go anywhere.
And you know what sucks? It's a good point. You say you don't want to be mediocre all the time. You know why? Because you don't get good draft picks. If you're just mediocre, you're in the middle of the pack. You'll never get a number 1 draft pick, number 2, 3. Like you'll never get a top 10 lottery pick if you're average.
You're just wasting your time there.
Yeah, you might as well
waiting for something good to happen.
Either lose all the way or win hard.
And then you end up with Pickett's, with stuff like that.
I don't know how that happened. Would you take Dak Prescott over Pickett right now?
For now, I will stay with Pickett. I'm gonna just stick.
Yeah, because the other one's gonna be pick. He won't be Pickett, but he gonna be pick.
Like Hurts though. What's up?
Yeah, it's all good.
You're gonna hear from it.
Hey, it was on the Jets defense. Mahomes had 2 picks on him. Could have had 3. Josh Allen threw 3. Who else? All the quarterbacks that play. So that
as long as you don't do it like back to back. As long as you don't throw 3 picks like every other game.
Which I don't think is gonna happen.
You're gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. But yeah, we'll see what's up with the Steelers. And like I said, if they don't fix it from the top, it's, you know, nothing is really gonna change.
100%. So we're gonna wrap it up with the Steelers there, and we're gonna go ahead and get our fan on. We'll be back in 3, 2, 1. Yo, we are back, and we got my man Dev on here for representing the Eagles as our fan for the week. How you doing, Dev?
Man, every day's a great day, my brother.
Hey, I heard that. And Dev is checking in from all the way in Texas, guys. He's a Philly native, though, but he's hitting up, you know, calling us from Texas and represent all the way from out there, which I know you get a lot of hate out there, don't you?
Cowboy fans everywhere, man.
Yeah, I bet. So real quick, man, as every fan that we get on, this is your first time. I want to ask you, how did you become an Eagles fan? That's very important, and I would like to share that with the fans. How did you become an Eagles fan? Why the Eagles?
I mean, for me, I was raised an Eagles fan. You know what I mean? My dad's always been an Eagles fan. And, you know, I've been to the vet, you know what I mean, Veteran Stadium.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I mean? I've been to games there, you know what I mean? So, you know, my Eagles run deep, you know what I mean, to me. So nice. I've actually met Randall Cunningham and Reggie White after that at a Dell State game.
Oh, that's crazy. At the Dell State, at the vet, that's crazy.
Yeah, what's up?
And as far, so you say that goes back, so your dad's an Eagle fan. Would you say your grandfather's an Eagle fan, would you say?
My grandfather don't even really do too much with sports. You know what I mean? Like, he'll watch the games type time, but
he's on.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
All right, respect, man. So as for me, if you didn't know, I became an Eagles fan just because, you know, I grew up in Camden, New Jersey. I was 15 minutes away from there, so you know that's all I seen was bleed green. If you were either Eagles or you were Giants, and to me the Eagles resemble more of me, and it was just closer to home. So I've always seen Eagles. I've always been Eagles, and that's my story, Ben. I'm sticking to it. But man, I know you seen our game last week, bro. We covered it when we opened up the podcast a little bit. I gave my 2 cents on that, but I want to hear your 2 cents on your opinion on what happened last game.
I mean, honestly, last game when you put that meme on social media with Jaden fading to that type time, like that's how he looked. Yeah. That's how he looked.
He did.
You know what I mean? But I feel like we all allowed a bad game. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
He just cannot look like that this week.
Yeah.
Our secondary looked lost last week. You know what I mean? Our defensive front, you know, they look good every week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it's like they can't be the only ones showing up.
They performed, in my opinion. Yeah, I think they performed. They did their job. They held them to 12 points. That bullshit score at the end wasn't. I don't think that was not on the defense. They wanted to let them score, but they held the Jets to 12 points.
And you guys had some players out too.
On defense, we did. Yeah. We definitely have players out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Maddox, Slay, you know what I mean? But,
Carter.
That's excuses, though. Next man up.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Next man up. You feel me? Like,
yeah, you have enough. You guys have enough. You guys are a super talented team. And deep.
We a Super Bowl talented team.
Yeah, for sure. Deep.
Facts.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was just disappointing based on the roster and the players. You know what I'm saying? The coaches and just the talent in different positions that you guys have. It was a disappointing performance. So, but everybody has bad games, like you said. So
how did you feel about the play calling? Because real quick, if you didn't know, I think Jalen Hurts threw for like 39 times or over 39 times. We only ran the ball Swift had less than 15 carries. I think he had like 13 or 12 carries, something like that. So they weren't even running the ball.
In my mind, for us to have the running back depth that we have, and all of them can run the rock, all of them can get out there and catch passes. But when you got Swift missing the first game because he barely got in, and still being number 3 in rushing, come on, man,
that's wild.
Get this man the ball.
You got to feed him.
Yeah.
Get this man the ball.
Yeah, I agree.
And then let's talk about my favorite receiver, Devontae Smith.
Smitty.
Skinny
come on, dog.
He's a monster.
Like, you know what I mean?
I've been saying it.
Like,
nasty.
He, like, for one, I feel like he need to get open. He need to get the ball. You know what I mean? But when it comes to him, he got to be ready.
Yeah, he dropped the ball twice.
Man, that one play, man, that was
unacceptable. Unacceptable. He's too good for that. He's a Heisman Trophy winner, though, right?
He catches that ball down the middle.
He's a Heisman Trophy winner.
He catches that ball down the middle. He catches that. That's a touchdown.
He a problem.
And he dropped it. So overall, the losses on the whole team is not. Yeah, Jalen Hurts had 3 turnovers. Yeah, Swift fumbled the ball. Yeah, the play calling was not that great. But overall,
special teams wasn't even popping.
Yeah, we didn't even see any crazy returns.
Elliott missed one. This man never missed.
Yeah,
that's what we were just talking about. Like he's really nice, but like he will miss too, and it will change the game.
It will. It will
change the game. So
so yeah, man. So I feel like this is something to build on. This is good for, like you said. We read your comment earlier on the podcast that this is good for us to lose now. Because we don't want to lose next week. We don't want to go in with that. We want to get punched in the mouth now so that we can get back and get pissed off and come out for the next week and play our best ball. I was really hoping that we were going to play our best ball last week versus the Jets. But what happened, I feel like the pressure's on for us to have to show up and show out, especially with us wearing those Kelly Green jerseys. You feel me? We wearing our jerseys. That's coming up next game. So there's a lot of fun and energy going into this game.
And then too, bro, you know what I mean? Like our schedule coming up, everything that we got coming up, like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be rough the next 7 weeks.
Yeah,
it's gonna be rough the next 7 weeks. So we can't be out here.
These NFL, everything's getting good. All these games, all this division, is competitions. It's about to get heated here, though, for sure.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And it's really been any given Sunday for sure.
Yeah, it has been. Yeah, because you see, man, the Browns beating the 49ers with no starting quarterback,
right?
No starting running back, Nick Chubb, who's gone. Like, your 2 biggest cornerstones for your franchise are not there, and you guys still find a way to beat the 49ers.
Yep.
That's a hell of a applause to them. Like, and they're still keeping their head above.
They got the number 1 ranked defense right now.
Yeah, bro, that defense is sick. That defense is sick, man. I got to give them credit where credit is due. Their line, Niners line, our line, the Bills, and I got to give it to the Cowboys. Like, those 5 lines right there, man. They're not nothing to be playing with.
And what about the Texans? The Texans have been bowling this year. Nobody expected that.
Right. You're in Texas. How do you feel about the CJ Stroud hype down there?
It's really like, honestly, I'm in Central Texas.
Yeah.
So most of the Texas fans is like in the Houston area type time.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, you see a few here and there sprinkled around, you know what I mean? But me personally, I like how this young man is playing ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm an Ohio State football fan.
Okay. Oh, see,
because my dad went to college, and my dad went to college right outside of there. So it's like, all right. But to see an Ohio State quarterback come in the NFL and play like he is and not be trash like most of the ones
that has
in the past.
that's a good point. There's been a lot of Ohio quarterbacks that came into the league that were just ass. Like they're not finding a way.
Yeah, you're right.
Back.
Yeah, no, I do like CJ Stroud. I gotta say,
they're looking really good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, especially for being a young team.
And it's a first year head coach in DeMarco Ryans, I believe, who was an ex Eagles player as well. He used to be the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. So that man definitely got something going on. He definitely got something. He's smart, man.
They are balling.
I think
give it to them.
He's the guy, but I think the thing with the Texans is the management and the ownership. But
things change. I
don't want to get too deep into them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But yeah, you got to give it to them though, because I don't think a lot of people was expecting for them to be doing what they're doing, and they're surprising teams, and they're not surprising nobody else. No, you know what I'm saying? Now people know that they're coming for real.
And of course,
I mean, this young man, did he throw a pick yet?
I think no. If he has, he might have one. I don't think he's thrown one though. No, actually, he did. I think Purdy was the last one without one, and Purdy finally threw a pick last week.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he didn't have none, but I mean, I know he's averaging 200 at least in the air a game.
Nah, he's balling. You know what? I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Hey, I want to hear what you have to say about what do you think is the Steelers' main weakness? What do you think that they need the help, or they need to improve, or what do you think is like the thing that you are worried about? Just one thing that you feel like, okay, we might have a problem at some point here, or what do you think is the weakness? If there is,
in my opinion, the weakness on offense for you guys is number 14 need help.
Yeah,
y'all need another receiver that can get him open more so he can get the ball.
Okay.
Pinkins, he gotta step up his accuracy, man. Like
bro,
Pickens, the quarterback.
Last game, so many balls hitting the ground. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes it looks like he's not a starting quarterback.
But I feel like he is a better quarterback than what he's been playing.
I agree with that too. I 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, man, like as far as y'all defense, I never really second guess the Steelers defense, man, because in my mind, Mike Tomlin has been there, been doing it great for years. He's a defensive mind. The defense gonna figure out a way to try to keep y'all in the game.
Thank God for our defense. If it's not up for our defense, though, I wouldn't watch these games.
Yeah,
for real. So I agree. I definitely agree, bro. Yeah, Mike Tomlin always has these boys ready to play. The only thing that I would question about Mike Tomlin is his decision or his input on the offensive coordinator, Canada. That's the only thing that I cannot understand or agree or respect, because I think that he has enough, clout and respect for him to say like, yo, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna bring us down.
Yeah.
And until they change that, like I said, you really cannot trust them. Like the main difference between I feel like the Steelers fans and the Eagles fans is like, you guys should have some confidence that you guys are gonna like make it happen. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna come through.
All right.
When we come through, bro, I feel lucky all the time, and then I'm not even happy. I'm like, yo, okay, we got lucky. It doesn't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Win or lose, it doesn't feel good. Yo, too frustrating. Yeah. I don't like that though. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't play to our level. And if it happens one time, you know what I'm saying, like with you guys, that you guys had a disappointing performance, that's understandable. But when it happens every week, win or lose, you look disappointing. Come on, man, that's trash.
Yeah,
my bad, bro. I'm done. My bad. I just,
No, I feel you, man. And to be honest, bro, you're right. It is time for Tomlin to step in and be like, all right, look, this ain't working.
Yeah.
So either you gonna figure something out, or we gonna have to consider other options. Because we can't keep looking like this every week. You know what I mean? Like our fans deserve better, and our team deserves better.
It's embarrassing.
We got to come up with a better game plan.
Yeah.
Because y'all got the Rams this week, and I feel like y'all could beat the Rams. I feel like y'all could beat the Rams.
Oh yeah, but once again, if you don't play your best game, if you don't come prepared, any team can beat you. Any team.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And the Rams, they no joke. They no jokes, so they better strap up and be ready.
Yeah. And by the way, real quick, a fact check: CJ Stroud only has one interception right now, just one, with nine touchdowns
and how many sacks?
1,660 He's been sacked 13 times now.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they got into
Damn, I thought he was.
But that's not bad, bro, because Sam Howell has like 20-something.
They lying the suspect, though. They lying the suspect a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like
a lot of times,
the whole team was suspect.
Yeah. I feel like with them, it's going to be a progress. It's going to be time. They'll get the right people in there. Give this new head coach, give him two more years, and I see this team making the playoffs for sure.
Right.
So back to the Eagles. We got this game coming up. Again, it's the Kelly Green jerseys versus the Dolphins. What do you think our game plan should be going into this game, offensively and defensively? If you have any input on that.
Doing my research this week, just really like, I don't know if y'all watch that NFL Red Zone, but it's definitely something to watch because you get to see a little bit of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But I feel like if some of our players are back this week, like they still got Slade questionable, you know what I mean? But they practicing, but they still questionable.
I think they're gonna play definitely, and I think Lane Johnson is also gonna play.
Oh, see, that's the thing. I never had a doubt in my mind that Lane Johnson was going to play.
He's tough, bro. He's tough.
Because you got to understand, like, this man got hurt during the regular season last year and played his way through the Super Bowl and then got the surgery afterwards.
Yeah, he played the whole time hurt. That was wild. Yeah. And it wasn't like no small injury. His injury was any normal person would be in pain and would not be able to be out there pushing grown men 300-pounders around.
Savage. That's a savage.
Yeah.
So I feel like this week, I feel like Jason Kelsey, Fletcher Cox.
Everybody's going to be ready. Everybody's going to be ready for this game.
All the captains.
And Lane Johnson. The core four.
Yeah.
The people that have been in Philadelphia for at least 9 years or more. I feel like they had a come to Jesus meeting with these cats this week in the locker room.
Yeah.
Like, man, we look like trash out here.
Right.
And if we're trying to get back to where we know we should have got it last year, we got to play better than this.
Yeah.
Because if we see the Chiefs again, they don't look like the Chiefs from last year. We could definitely take them.
Right. Yeah, but this is the season. This is the game that you're really gonna need that D line to be what they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna start with defense since you brought that up.
Yeah.
Defensively, we Miami is a get the ball out quick type of team.
And it's scary because then when they get those screen passes to Tyreek.
One, two, boom. You know what I mean? So the times Tyreek don't get right open, it gives our front four. So pretty much they got to jam him up on the line.
Yeah, they have to press. That's what you have to do.
You gotta jam him up on the line to get that timing off.
And then
as long as we can keep that timing off and bring that pressure, we're gonna be good on defense.
Yeah. But the problem with that part, and I'll let you continue. The problem with pressing Tyreek Hill at the line is he's so shifty and fast that if you make that one mistake and he slips up, he's gone.
Right,
he's gone.
Yeah, but you're not catching him. You need to have help over the top.
That's if you got man. You got to have somebody over the top. You have to.
Yeah,
I feel you, Coach. I feel you.
You got it.
Yes, sir.
You can.
He was right on that. Yep.
He
was right on that.
You got it.
Go ahead.
Finish up your defensive thing, and then so you can let us know for offense. So you were saying the line, and we got to press up. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's what I feel. Our front line gotta get home a lot this week. They gotta cause a lot of disruption, and our secondary gonna have to jam these receivers up on the line, and then have somebody over top to really keep that covered.
Yeah.
If Blankenship keeps playing the way he's playing, I'm really liking that guy at safety position, man. Like he especially for him to be undrafted and all that, like. It's starting to make me feel like undrafted people are doing a lot better in the NFL than the people that are getting drafted.
You know why? Because they got more to prove.
They hungry.
They trying to make it.
They stay hungry. They stay hungry. Yep. They got everything to prove.
Yeah.
Nobody believe in them, and look at them now. So they got to earn it.
Tough.
That's a fact. That's the reason.
Offense. Offense. So first, our line has to give Hurt. He got to have some time, and they got to stop. Doing design run plays with Jalen.
Yeah.
Run the running backs. Pound it, and then start doing some RPOs and play actions and things like that. I feel like Devontae Smith and and AJ Brown both have to have a big game.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, they gotta come. They had to eat their spinach and come on their Popeye for real.
Right. Yeah. And the hard part is getting everybody involved. You got Goddard, right? You want to get Goddard's target. You want to get Smitty targets. You want to get Brown targets. You want to get DeAndre Swift carries, but DeAndre Swift can also catch the ball out of the backfield. Then you just sign Julio Jones, who's going to be possibly a third or fourth wide receiver for us.
It's about balance.
Right.
It's about balance.
It's all about balance.
That's what didn't happen last game. You guys were not balanced. You stopped running the ball. That messes up everything else. You know what I'm saying?
I felt like we were more on a feature basis. Like we were trying to feature AJ Brown a lot and trying to force the pass too much instead of going back to what we know we are. We were the one of the number one running teams in the NFL, and we didn't show that in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. If you really want to go there,
it could be that you want to make everybody happy. You want to but that's not what you have to do. You got to look at the other team's weaknesses, and then you got to attack that. Yeah. And if you do that, you have so many playmakers. It's a mismatch. The Eagles is a mismatch though for most teams. You know what I'm saying? You need a really solid team to not be a mismatch with the Eagles players on offense. So if you do that, you should be on top.
And it's crazy you just say that because you made me go back. So you just said that they need to focus on the team's weakness and try to attack that first, right? I feel like that's kind of what happened last game. Now this might contradict what you were saying because I felt like they said, okay, what's his name? Sauce isn't in there, and the other cornerback wasn't there. Like they were down in their secondary, so I felt like they said, let's throw the ball more. And because we did that, and we didn't stay true to our game, which was running the ball first, we suffered. We only put up 14 points. I feel like had we established the run first and make them load in the box, then you attack the secondary because now you got everybody trying to stop the run. I felt like that should have been the approach first, not let's throw the ball because the secondary's hurt and we don't have those players. I felt like we fell for that trap a little bit and it ended up costing us a game.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is play our game no matter what they play.
And you know what? And Hurts says that all the time. It doesn't matter who we're playing. It's about us executing our game plan. No matter who we play, our game plan will be our game plan. We control what we can control. You know
and it's the thing, man, too. I feel like it's time for the team to have a offensive meeting on some type time. Like, look, do we want to win the Super Bowl
or not?
Or does somebody want to have amount of catches or touches or what?
Yeah.
Because what it is we need to win these games.
Yeah.
And we're barely winning.
Barely. All of them. We haven't won any game where I was like, damn, we look real good. All the games has been like nail biters or like, damn, like I know we're going to pull it through, but why do I need to be sweating it out to the fourth quarter? Right. There was times last year.
Yeah, I'm done blaming it on, we got a new OC and a new DC.
Yeah, nah.
I mean,
at some point that gets boring,
man. Yeah, we in week 7, man. You know what I mean? Like,
I expect for them to dominate. That's what I expect, to be honest with you. I'm not, I'm a Steelers fan, but, based on roster, based on talent, I said it from the gate. 49ers, Eagles, and Chiefs. Those are the top 3 teams, and those are going to be the top 3 teams. I don't believe in the Cowboys, the Dolphins, the Lions. I mean, they haven't been there. So if you haven't done it, it's hard to do it though. Even if you've done it in the past, it's hard to do it
again. Yeah.
So do it in the first time. You gotta show me. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, the Eagles, they should beat the Dolphins, and the Dolphins. This is when they finally gonna show up. Like if they're really about it. Because
if they beat us, then I'll start giving the Dolphins a lot more credit as far as have they been challenged yet? Because they they put 70 on the Broncos, right? They haven't been. I don't think they beat a team. They lost to the Bills. You know what I'm saying? So they haven't beat a really good team yet. They've been beating on all these other teams. So that's a really good point. If they beat us,
what the Bills did? The Bills pressured.
Yeah, and that's what we need to do.
Pressured and they jammed at the line.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Exactly. Yep.
That's crazy because that's exactly what we need to do. And if we do that, I feel like we can get away with the dub, man.
Yeah, my boy Matt White was saying like he was trying to find out if your D-line was gonna get to Tua before he can get to Hill and Waddle.
Yeah.
And I said it from the gate. You gotta hit him up. You know what I'm saying? And I understand that he's gonna get rid of the ball quick.
Yeah.
But like you said, you gotta press and you need help over the top and then pray that you're gonna disrupt them enough to hit him. Because if you don't hit him, he's looking really good.
Yeah, he's been accurate too.
I'll be worried. I'll be worried.
Best bet against Tua? You know what's another best bet?
What's up?
Our D-line need to put their hands in the air when he's throwing.
That's true.
He doesn't throw high.
Right.
So if you get your arms up, you got a lot of chances. A lot of chances to disrupt some passes.
Yeah.
Hey, Tua looking scary, but if he's out of the game, it's over. Yeah. It's over for them. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? It's over for them.
You don't got Tua in that game, and things change. You got Mike White from the Jets, which they were chanting his name because they didn't want Zach Wilson last year. They were like Mike White, Mike. That was crazy. I couldn't believe that. But so now
honestly,
he got signed as a backup.
You don't. I'm not wishing anything bad on Tua.
Right.
But if you hit him, he's gonna start thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's bad to say it like that, but if you hit him, not only he's gonna start thinking about it, coaches are gonna start thinking about it. The team is gonna start thinking about it. So he hasn't hit the deck like that, but as soon as that happens, the Dolphins season can be over.
He need to get hit by Davis.
I'm just saying.
Carter
or his
and
son.
Reddick.
Oh, yeah, Reddick get his hands on him, man.
I'm just saying.
All three of them need to get home.
Chill. I didn't say that. You're saying it. Come on, that's violence.
He gonna be discombobulated. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know. Why everybody hating on him when he got to the NFL? Even Eagles fans. It makes no sense.
Because in their mind, they always thinking about how he got set in the middle of that championship game in his sophomore year.
But bro, everybody can have a bad game, and if you are consistently balling, you can mess up big time, 1 time, 2 times. You know, even if it's a big game, but if you consistently proven, and then you go, that's just hate.
All I know is I'm grateful for Coach Sabian for doing that.
Listen,
because it humbled him in a way nobody would ever believe. That's why he plays as hungry as he does. Yeah, he had a bad game last time, but like one of my clients actually played Pee Wee football, high school football with Hurts.
Okay.
Like Jalen Hurts' dad was their coach type time.
Really?
Yeah, so he was trying to get me. He was trying to get me tickets last year to the Houston what's-the-name game, but Hurts ended up giving it to somebody else. But whatever. But yeah, man, like one of these days, I'm gonna tell him, man, I keep trying to get my Hurts rookie card signed. You feel me?
Right.
Oh yeah, I got me a couple.
And I don't understand why people is doubting him so much.
Correct.
And of course because of the game and everything like that. And haters gonna hate. But the thing is, like, the most important stat is winning and losing. And if you're a winner, you're a winner. And until you prove me wrong, I'm gonna give it to you. And if you're losing, people can say you're great. I don't care. I don't want you. And that's how it is, though. Yeah. So with Hurts, that's the case. And the same thing with the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? You can lose a game, but what are you gonna do next? How are you gonna bounce back?
Well, Hurts and Sirianni together, they're 22-2. When they both when Hurts plays and Sirianni's the head coach, crazy. They're 22-2. So that alone needs to put to sleep.
It's saying something.
Yeah.
Come on, man. And I'm here.
And all I'm gonna say is this, man. Hurts signed a 6-year extension?
What was that?
Hurts signed a what? Was it a 6-year extension or 4 years?
5 years, but he still had 1 year left on his deal, and then 5 years on top of that, so it would have been 6. This is his final year this year of his contract, and then he had 5 years that he just signed. So he's with us for the next 6, counting this year.
Okay, so all I'm gonna say is this year ain't gonna be the last year you're gonna hear Jalen Hurts' name and the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Facts.
You heard it here, and that's just what I'm saying.
No, I believe that. I believe it because at the end of the day, we have a quarterback that the league is trying to copy. We have a quarterback that in which the league is now moving towards. You see the Lamar Jacksons. You see the Jalen Hurts. You see Mahomes. Mahomes is on his own category though, but Mahomes also can scramble. He also has legs if he needs to use them.
That's why he's great.
Yeah,
it's not just because he can throw the ball.
No,
it's because he can move.
He can move when he has to. He can make plays. He can make off-schedule plays. Yeah.
He's the first special needs quarterback in the NFL. I'm just gonna say that,
especially
because if you watch this man, he be always biting on his tongue and flicking his hand. He's on the spectrum. He might got a little bit of autism.
Yeah.
Nothing against it.
He got something. He got something.
His brain works different.
Yeah,
definitely.
I say my two older brothers are in autism spectrum, so trust me, I definitely believe and know the facts.
And you can be in the spectrum and do that.
My niece on the spectrum.
Yeah. But
bro, you know what? Real talk, we are all in the spectrum if you think about it. you know what I'm saying?
To an extent,
we are in one of them. So
especially if you're a Steelers fan and you gotta watch them, stress you out all the time.
Come on,
man. But hey, Devin, man, and we really appreciate you coming on the podcast, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the support.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man.
Love and respect, and we'll definitely gonna have you again, brother.
Yeah, man, for sure. You definitely broken.
All I can say is, man, I'm gonna continue to watch, man, because. For real, y'all podcast really re-energized me about football. For real. So I really started digging back into it. So I appreciate what y'all doing, man, and I wish y'all nothing but the best of luck and blessings, man. Real talk.
Appreciate that, brother.
I appreciate that, man. We're just making content for us and for you guys. This is all fun and hobby for us. So if anything comes out of it, it does. If it doesn't, we're happy with us making this content and having interaction with our friends and family and all these new people we're meeting because of the podcast. So
this is what we want to hear from other people and let other people hear from other people too, that they wouldn't have a chance if it was not through here.
Yes, sir.
Big facts.
All right, so we're gonna
y'all continue to be great, man.
Hey, same, man. We're about to close it out here. We're gonna let you hear out this closeout. So you guys know what time it is, man. This is the Steagles Podcast, and we'll be back next week with another episode number 11, and we'll be talking about week number 7's outcome and week number 8's predictions. So, as I always like to say, you know what time it is. This is the Steagles Podcast, where we talk
all Steelers,
all Eagles, all NFL. Let's go, baby.
Pass.